Hello, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to the Darkest Wings Tarot. If you've never been here before, this is a tarot channel that has a lot to do with shadow work and going deeper within ourselves to discover our purpose, our truth, and where we fit into the world, to be honest. So this channel is something that I created out of honestly going through dark night of the soul and not understanding what it was I was going through. When I first had my spiritual awakening, it was so illuminating, and then it was almost like I was thrown into the deepest, darkest water, and I wasn't sure how long that was going to last. I was really confused about what was going on with me, and tarot was actually what understood me the most. I was very alone in my spiritual awakening, and tarot really helped me understand what I was going through and that I was safe and protected. And so that's kind of what tarot means to me, and that's what this channel means to me. Is it's a way to connect deeper with yourself, but also connect with what's going on with you that is maybe hard to understand. There's so much of our journey that needs to be walked in conjunction with spirit, and it's hard to listen to spirit sometimes. It helps me tap into myself and my intuition more to actually have cards and to actually have a reader and somebody who has been through what I am beginning to go through, to just be there for me as a pillar, just to be there for me as someone to bounce ideas off of one way or another. Today I wanted to really tap into spiritual energy, and that's why I was really motivated by the colors purple today. Purple and black and white. Black and white symbolize the light and dark aspects of life, a balancing act, and then purple represents our intuition and the crown chakra. So it represents how spirit is anointing us through our intuition, leading us on this path that is meant just for us through our intuition. What truths and what blessings are coming into our life next? What truths need to be illuminated through our intuition, illuminated through our crown chakra, and even just illuminated about our path and getting us back on track in our spiritual royalty? We have 4 piles to choose from today. On pile 1, we have amethyst. On pile 2, we have another piece of amethyst, except this is actually, I don't know what this shape is called. On pile 3, we have a piece of coral. And it's not exactly the cleanest piece of coral because it's actually from the ocean. And then on pile 4, we have, I believe this is either black tourmaline or onyx or obsidian. I'm not sure which one it is, but if you see this circle on the top of the stone, this makes the stone a wishing stone. I didn't know this, but the circle on top of the stone is actually marking the stone as a wishing stone. So it's a stone that you can make wishes off of. I had no idea. I just learned that recently. All right, so take your time to choose from these 4 piles and pause the video if you need to. And I will see you in the reading. Hello, pile 1. Let's get right into your reading. I do want to say that there are like balls of light that are like flying around me during this reading. They keep flying into the camera. I don't know if it's a bug, I don't know if it's a piece of dust, or if there are a lot of light beings that are making their way into this reading today. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out your tarot. Wow. So we have the 5 of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have Temperance. There is a lot of healing that is going on within you, a lot of rationalizations. You've been through a lot lately, and you're understanding what exactly is gone from your life forever and what you still have left. And you've just been through so much. I mean, look at the blood on this crown. This is the Queen of Swords. I don't know if I read out these cards or not, but this is the Queen of Swords, and look at the blood on her crown. I'm getting like you've had a lot of problems with overthinking. You may suffer from like OCD, you may suffer from anxiety. I'm actually getting more of an anxiousness and like really painful thoughts. I'm getting that there's an anxiety, there's an overthinking, there's a really like negative kind of thought pattern that you've gone through. And not even that you're a negative person or that you're drawn towards negative things. It's like you've just had really painful thoughts, really painful realizations. I'm just getting, with this Five of Cups, I just feel like this has had a lot to do with maybe other people, feeling like rejected in some way, feeling outcasted from other people, feeling like you aren't as good as them or you aren't meant to fit in with them. But it's so interesting because the thing about the Five of Cups is that there are 3 cups that have been spilled, but there are 2 cups that are still left upright. And the person in the Five of Cups is never looking at those 2 cups. They are always focused on the 3 cups that have spilled. And what this card kind of deals with is like, there have definitely been significant losses, but there is never everything lost. There's always something left. So the Three of Cups in tarot represents 3 people who are exactly alike, having fun, and they're all raising their cups together in unison, enjoying time together. And then the Two of Cups is only 2 people, and they put their cups together to represent a union, more specifically, a very intimate union. The Two of Cups is a very intimate card. It almost represents a marriage in a sort of way, in the sense that 2 people are conjoining their cups, almost saying like, I love you so much, or I feel so connected to you that I would drink from your cup and I would let you drink from mine. Whereas in the Three of Cups, it's like all our cups are exactly the same. They might get kind of confused, and who cares because we're all the same, right? So in this card, it's just making me feel like you feel as though you are not alike certain people, and that has hurt you in some way. But meanwhile, there are very intimate things that are left still standing in your life. Not all is lost. And I feel like you're realizing that, even though it's a very painful realization. You're understanding what you need to have very strict, specific boundaries with. I'm gonna make sure I'm still recording. I don't know why I just got anxiety. I wasn't recording anymore. See, that's what I'm saying. There's like this anxiety. It's like you are going to make sure that there are very strict boundaries around what is not allowed in your life anymore. Because I want to say this, Pile 1, there is nothing wrong with you. We have Temperance, and look at the beautiful red wings. There's nothing wrong with you. Some of you may have been having really tough crying cycles. I'm getting like maybe it's been hard for you to cry. Like some of you are just so annoyed with certain situations in your life. You're just tired of them. But there's a part of you that has a deep vulnerability, a deep sensitivity and sadness that wishes to be felt and accepted. It's okay to cry. And I also want to say that I kind of didn't finish my thought earlier, but this is giving me Earth Angel vibes. This is giving me Earth Angel vibes. Let me see if you can see this card. I mean, look at these wings. They're red like blood. It's like, there are things you've been through that are extremely painful. That's undeniable. Even you know that. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so much, sorry. But your sensitivity, even the pain you've been through, is being alchemized within you. And you need to create a safe place to alchemize it. your emotions, your pain is part of being an earth angel in a way. Like the theme of this reading, I don't know if you watched the intro, but it's about your spiritual sovereignty and royalty, and part of your spiritual royalty is what you have been through. I'm really drawn to, on this card, I don't know if you see these 3 gashes in her arm. It almost reminds me of scars or wounds or teardrops. And, we spoke of in the 5 of Cups how there's 3 cups that have been spilled. There are 3 cups that have been overturned. And it just makes me think, like, you have been wounded by other people for some reason. Like, not fitting in with others has deeply wounded you in some way. Or maybe there was, like, a friend group that just, like, fucked with you. Excuse my language. Or it's like 3 people in your life recently have caused you the most pain. Like, you could literally, like, if I asked you who did this to you, you would name 3 people. There's something about that. But it could also just be metaphorical, like the 3 of Cups representing just other people in general, just feeling hurt by others in general, feeling hurt by friendship in general. Like, friendship, it's something that you're often very tentative around. And it's because you are so sensitive and you have so much to give. I'm just really drawn to these eyes. I just feel like part of you is weary. Part of you is so tired. You're tired of seeing the same things. You're tired of the same truths being revealed to you over and over again. And now you're ready to truly create boundaries and heal yourself. You're tired of going through this stuff because you know that there is so much of your life left and you don't want to waste it, and you don't want to be around people who don't appreciate you, who don't make you feel like the earth angel you are. Because look how beautiful she is in this card. I mean, I'm just getting so much beauty. Like, you are such a beautiful person. And the flower crown, like, you are anointed in some way. You are spiritually anointed in some way. Let's look at your clarifiers. I just got this new deck. I don't know if you can see it, but there are like 2 cats that are swirling around each other. I'm just very excited to look at these clarifiers. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. Let me just make sure you can see this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. Okay, I just want to say, for some reason, I always take the way the cards line up as part of the reading, and the way the 7 of Swords is lined up with this amethyst is telling me that whatever has hurt you has actually been, like, spiritually fucking with you. Like, it has been spiritually taking from you. This is giving me, like, energy eater, energy vampires. I'm just getting that whatever you are setting boundaries with, it's so, whatever energies, wow, okay. Like, someone hasn't been giving back to you. You've been giving way too much in certain situations. This could be a personal habit that you have. Like, maybe you have this habit that you do a lot and it just doesn't give back to you. It only takes from you. But this could also be a relationship in your life, a dynamic in your life, a mindset in your life, a reliving of the past that only takes from you. And it's actually spiritually stealing from you. It's draining your psychic energy. It's draining your intuition. It's draining your mind. It's very mental. Like I said, the blood on the crown, it's like, it's been hurting your mind. It's been making you think really horrible things. And enough is enough. Like, look at the way this is literally eating the swords. It's like something is stealing your strength. It's quite literally stealing your strength. and you're done with this. That's the truth. That's the blessing that you need to hear, is now you see where the boundaries are needed, what is draining your energy, and you're ready to heal from it. You're ready to set boundaries and go after new things in your life. This is the Page of Wands. So there are new exciting things that you want to dive into, new exciting things that you want to learn, like really fun hobbies. There might be a lot of new beginnings happening in your life right now, like a new job, a new relationship, new friendships, like I said, a new hobby, a new business that you want to pay more attention to. And it's not this dark energy that keeps taking from you and making your mind negative and dark and pessimistic and just thinking horrible things about yourself. Because I'm getting that whatever this is that you're feeding, because look at this, it's eating these swords, right? There's something about feeding it, like giving to something that is empty inside. Whatever it is you're dealing with is empty. It's a bottomless pit. Nothing will satiate the energy you keep feeding into. So it's best to just set boundaries with it. Because if it's a bottomless pit, right? No matter how much you give, it won't be satiated. So you have to stop giving. You have to stop giving because it's taking too much. You have to save this energy for yourself so that you can heal and fulfill your mission of being an earth angel and starting these beautiful projects, these beautiful new beginnings that are trying to take place in your life. I don't know why I just heard the word comparison. Maybe you've been comparing yourself. I got that earlier, like I'm not like them. Don't compare yourself to them, because you could go on and on all day comparing everything, and it just doesn't make sense. Because I'm getting that these people who you compare yourself to, they actually want that. They're looking for attention. They're hungry for that energy. Oh, that's nauseating. That's nauseating. The right people in your life, the right friendships, the right projects, the right mindsets are gonna make you feel like you're ready to start something new and like you can undertake any new project you put your mind to. Because you are a very smart, gifted person. The divine has given you so much. You may identify as a healer, and sometimes healers have some of the hardest life paths to go down, right? Because this is kind of, I said earlier, this reading touches on life paths. Sometimes we go through the hardest things in life when we are meant to be a healer of some sort, because how can we heal a wound we know nothing about? But you have to stop feeding this comparison energy. You have to stop feeding this person, this mindset, whatever it is. You have to stop feeding it, because life is just too short. There are too many fun things that you need to accomplish and start right now. Let's take a look at these cards. Oh my goodness. So we have Valerian, acceptance. This reminded me of Game of Thrones. Just like how, isn't there a family called Valerians? I don't know, guys. I thought Khaleesi was Valerian. It's been a while since I've seen that show, so if I'm getting it wrong, you can call me out in the comments. But we have acceptance in reverse. So, okay, you have to accept this truth that the past is over, that comparison means nothing. Accept who you are. Maybe it's hard for you to accept who you are and this path that you're on. Maybe it's so different from the life you had before, but you have to accept who people are. You have to accept when people aren't meant to be in your life. You have to accept when it's time to let go, when someone has shown you the truth of their ugliness, when someone has shown you the truth of their hunger, for their incessant hunger. When you've seen that truth, when you've seen what someone is truly made of, you have to accept it. Otherwise, it's going to keep you in a loop. But you also need to accept that you are different, that you are beautiful just for who you are. And no one can hold a candle to that, because it is your beauty, not theirs. Their beauty has nothing to do with yours. You have so much left. You have to accept that you have to put an end to this behavior, this person, these interactions. Only you will know what it is, because this is a general reading. But you have to put an end to it. You have to accept, like, yeah, this hurt me, but it's not gonna get to hurt me anymore. I'm done letting it hurt me. Okay, let's see what this card is. Trauma Nagmo. And this is card number 6. And 6 always makes me think of health, wellness, routine. So this is about building a really healing routine for yourself, tending to your health. That will really help you. Okay, I don't like the way these cards are laid out, so I'm gonna try and fix this. Let's read this card from the book. But I do want to say, look at the way that she's holding this basket of fruit, of offerings. It almost looks like a basket of coal, of burning coal, and it's like, keep the fire going within you. You haven't lost all your passion. You have not lost all of your light, but you need to offer it back to yourself. You need to protect it in some way. Let's read what this card is about. So these are messages from Kali Ma. Kali Ma is a goddess of darkness, of shadow work, a goddess of fear, breaking chains, getting rid of the ego. I mean, Kali Ma can spawn a lot of ego deaths. She can spawn a lot of passion and unbridled wildness. So let's go ahead and read number 6. She arises, instinctively responding to a severe threat to your well-being, freedom, and sacred fulfillment. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble and the pure of heart to move closer. She is ferocious in her wrath against injustice. Dispense with thoughts of vengeance. Pray for mercy for all beings, especially those trapped in patterns of consciousness harmful toward themselves and others. Open your heart to her heart and allow her to attend to all matters of karma while you remain true to your higher self. This is your higher self. You as an earth angel remaining true to your mission, to your passion. These people, like I said, I think I told you earlier, like what you have lost, these people you have lost, they take. Let the divine handle it. Hold boundaries, right? But let the divine handle some of this. It's not your job to bring karma. It's not your job to bring justice. It's your job to heal and fulfill the mission that the divine has given to you. And if you don't know what that is, it has a lot to do with the new things that have come up in your life, the new things that have piqued your interest, like, hey, I want to try that. Like, hey, I want to do that, or I'm really excited for this upcoming thing in my life. Don't let this ruin it. So, because whatever this is, it's a threat to your happiness. It's a threat to your well-being. Like I said, 6 is health, right? It's a threat to your health. You have to just let it go and let the divine handle karma. Let the divine handle justice, because this is a card of angels. The angels are in your reading. The angels are heavy in your reading. Let them handle this. So that is the truth that you need to hear right now. The blessings coming into your life is that you're going to be healing and focusing on these beautiful new things that are piquing your interest. I hope that this reading was healing in some way. I hope that it gave you some sort of truth about what's going on. But just know that it's time to accept what is dead and over, and accept that it's not your job to bring justice to whoever has wronged you. And if you have any negative mindsets, be compassionate towards yourself. Don't be hard on yourself about it. Know that you will get through this, and there's a lot of great opportunities waiting for you in the future. All right, that is your reading, pile 1. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a personal reading, feel free to email me or send me a message on TikTok, but I prefer email just because I check it more often. And we can talk about getting you a personal reading. All right. Those are your messages, pile 1. I will see you next time. Bye. Pile 2, hello, welcome to your reading. You chose this amethyst. I don't know what this is called, a wand. I'm not sure, but this stone is very meaningful to me. It got me through a lot of really hard times in my life. And I also want to say that I touched this. I went to the Met Gala. No, not. I went to the Met in 2019, and it was actually like right before my spiritual awakening, right afterwards. Ooh, I think right before. But I went to the Egyptian exhibit in the Met, and there were these statues that I was captivated by and so drawn to, and I actually touched this crystal to one of the statues, and someone who worked at the Met yelled at me. And the statue, I came to learn, was the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet or Sekhem. And Sekhem is actually a lioness goddess. She is the daughter of Ra, and Ra is the sun. So she is the daughter of the sun. Sekhmet represents the hottest time of the day when the sun is the highest in the sky. And she is part woman, part lioness. And legend has it that she was brought onto the earth to cleanse the earth of like human frailty, of like human faults, of the evil that humans were doing. And she became so bloodthirsty that she actually started killing humanity. She started mass slaughtering humanity. And so the people poured beer and pomegranate into the Nile River. I don't know if it was the Nile River, but a river. They poured beer and pomegranate juice into the river to make the river look like blood, to mimic the appearance of blood, so that she would drink from the river and become so intoxicated that she would fall asleep and not be able to murder any more people. And it worked. She did not kill humanity, but she certainly did mass kill them. So sometimes people think of Sekhmet as a goddess of disease, of human death, of destruction, of fire, of transformation, of cleansing. So that's kind of what she represents. At the Met, they just called her a goddess of destruction and disease. But when you look deeper, disease, destruction, they're very cleansing things in this world in a way. I don't need to get into that in this reading, but it's kind of like with shadow work, we go through darkness to find our light. We go through darkness to find deeper parts of ourselves, and we're actually cleansing away parts of ourselves that need to go, cleansing away illusion as we go deeper into that darkness. So that may resonate with you on some level. I'm gonna go ahead and look at your tarot cards, and we'll look at your oracle cards later. So I've been starting out with these ones, so let's get into it. Wow, we have the Two of Cups reversed, we have the Strength reversed, and the Three of Cups reversed. This is insane, pile 2. Wow, I did not say this about this crystal because I didn't want to share too much information, but this crystal actually got me through a breakup, and I want to say that that may be something that you identify with right now. I am just seeing somebody who you just can't deal with them anymore. Wow, you may really have resonated with my story of Sekhmet, because I'm just hearing the words, I cannot deal with them anymore. And look, we have Strength, and that's a lion. Strength is always represented by a maiden and a lion, a maiden and a beast, but it's traditionally a lion. Oh, look at that, and we have a little fly. And flies are actually symbols of disease and pestilence, so that's really interesting. I'm just getting, I can't deal with these people anymore. I'm just done with it. You may have gone through, like, I'm just trying to think in more like modern situational terms. Like, you could have gone through a breakup with somebody and then all of a sudden, like, you can't be friends with their friends anymore. Oh my God. I'm just getting, I can't deal with these people anymore. They could be a disease to your life. Okay, this fly is really bugging me. Maybe that's how you feel. You're just like, I'm so done with this. Pile 2. If they're not your people, they're not your people. If they're not your people, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to put up with it. This card upright is about taming beasts, about taming yourself, having the strength to tame the wildest parts of yourself. But in reverse, it's telling me you don't have to be strong. Nothing lasts forever. You don't need to keep these people around if you do not like them. If there's a relationship that does not resonate with you, if there's a friend group that does not resonate with you, you do not need to stay in it. Let me see if I can get any deeper meanings from these cards. I'm hearing the words breathing fire. I'm just getting the colors red and orange and fire from this card. It's making me think of anger and also power that you want to unleash. This card gave me a nauseating feeling. You may be dealing with friends that are just nauseating. I actually feel sick. When I sat down to do this reading, I got a dizzy spell too, which was really interesting, but now I actually feel sick to my stomach. I'm getting that these people like are empty. They've looked at you with empty eyes. Like, you look in their eyes and you just see nothing. Like, it's just almost like, do they even have a conscience? And then with this card, I'm just getting, you're not who I thought you were. We were supposed to be together, and we were supposed to be together. We were supposed to make anything work. Okay, you could have been put through a third-party situation. You could be very surprised at someone's actions. Only take these messages if they resonate. Seriously, like, tarot should never catch you off guard. If I say something and you're like, I didn't even think that they were doing that, or I was scared they were doing that, and it gives you this feeling of like being blindsided, this is not the message for you. This is something you definitely know about because we have strength in reverse. This tells me you found out about whatever's going on and you're about to lose your fucking cool. You've already lost your cool. Like, you're done with it. You're not gonna try and make anything work with these people. I'm getting like someone could have actually been like doing some sneak shit with your friends. But I'm just getting, you loved this person so you loved this person so deeply. You love this person so deeply. Oh my God. I'm getting like, you could have gone through your worlds turning upside down together and you would have stayed with them. But this was too much. This was too much. They alienated you from your people. They alienated you from your friends. You guys were great together at one point, I'm hearing, but like, nothing makes sense anymore. This doesn't make sense anymore, I'm hearing. I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I could have seen the whole world in you when you were just turning my world upside down and not in a good way. Let's look at your clarifiers because I don't know why, but it's just, this message is so straightforward, it's kind of tripping me up. So let's see what your cards are. Oh, we have the 9 of Swords. This was actually the card, okay, wow. I might play around with where these cards are laid out, so just forgive me if I'm kind of moving stuff around a lot. Oh my goodness. You could be a fire sign. You could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius rising. Moon sign, Mercury. I mean, seriously, you may have fire in your chart. You run the show, pile 2. Let me tell you that. You run the show. Don't be afraid of this ending that's happening. Don't be afraid of it. Look at this. It's almost, she's dead, but she's dressed in a wedding gown. It's like you literally thought that this was your end all be all, and instead it just fucked with your peace of mind. And you don't deserve that, because you run the show. Don't be afraid of this ending. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it drain your energy. Don't let it make you feel sick. Don't let it get into your mind and take your power away. Even in death, you are graceful. I know you're very tempted to lose your shit. You may have already lost your shit on these people. But like, seriously, something you did was in grace. If you yelled at these people, if you were like, oh, I'm getting Beyonce's Lemonade album, like Don't Hurt Yourself. I don't even know why. I haven't listened to that album in forever, but I'm just getting that kind of vibe where it's like, you may have gone Beyonce Lemonade on these motherfuckers. And something about that was graceful. Something about that was poised and demure. I don't know. But if you haven't lost your cool on these people, just accept what has happened. Let the death take over you. I know that's crazy. I know that's an insane thing to say. Like, let this ending take over you. Because like I said, with Sekhmet, right? Destruction is cleansing. Let this ending cleanse you. Look how beautiful she is. She's dressed in white. She's holding pink lilies. This is a sign of beauty, fertility, goddess, purity, energy. There is somehow pureness in this ending. Do not let it fool you. Don't let it eat away at your intuition, at your spiritual energy, at your spiritual royalty. Because who you are is a very spicy person. I don't know why I just said spicy, but you're fiery, you're sexy. Look at her fishnets. You're fun to be around. You're creative. You're royal. You have the queen here. If anyone is false to you, if anyone is negative, anyone was lying to you, if anyone was cheating you, let that be gone from your life so that you can be pure and transform. Like, seriously, what is diseased is leaving your life. Let it. You do not need fake friends. If people could have been jealous of you, like, this could have been a situation where it's like, you started dating somebody and then your friends were so jealous they like tried to take that person for themselves. Like, that could have been this energy. Good riddance. So this is actually really far out, but in the story of Sekhmet, that idea of pomegranate juice and beer in the Nile River, they actually use that combination to make it look like blood, so that her bloodthirst would drive her to the river and think, oh yes, there's all this blood, now I can drink from it. Look at how she is lying in the blood asleep. Oh, this is deep. What? Only someone very powerful, very driven, could fall asleep in blood. That's the kind of prowess and beauty that you have. But also, you know, don't let these people fool you. Don't let them, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, don't let these people give you beer and pomegranate juice and be like, oh, it's okay, stay with us. Like, we are your friends. We're your true friends. No. Don't let them make you go, oh, it's okay, everything's fine. Like, no, just walk away and be with yourself and heal. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them get to you and dim your light. Okay, here's another message. If you do not resonate with any of this relationship stuff, this is a message that's saying even though you don't fit in with people, you don't need to try to fit in with anyone. You're going through a deep transformation in your life, and honestly, like, it may be really triggering to be around other people right now because who you're turning into is such a confident, beautiful, creative person. You may be having a lot of anxiety about this, like, what's going on with me? Why am I changing like this? It's because you're meant to evolve and glow up. Like, you're going through a glow up right now, so you might not identify with too many people on this journey at this point in your journey. Like, you will later, but right now, like, no. I do want to say that in the Queen of Wands, she is pictured holding a black cat. That's in traditional tarot. I kept wanting to say the Chariot, so that kind of tells me, like, you need to keep moving. Just keep moving without these people. Keep going. Fuck them. But anyways, she's holding a black cat, which symbolizes that she has been through darkness and has integrated her shadow as one of her deepest advisors. So understand that if you're going through a really dark time right now, if people have betrayed you, and there's a huge, this card just, this just moved because my fan's going off. It's not a ghost, I promise. But anyways, if you're going through like a lot of betrayal in a really difficult time right now, it's literally to grow you. It's to grow you, to make you a more deep person. Sometimes we deal with the most shallow people to show us our own depth of character. This card is not about emotions necessarily. It is about shadow work, but it's about being creative, spicy, fiery, a go-getter. But when this stone was in my life, I dealt with someone who was very false, someone who brought disease into my life. Seriously, someone who actually put me through the hardest things ever, and I went through a lot of cheating situations, and I went through a lot of betrayal situations in ways that I just didn't know how I would recover from. And seriously, the most healing thing I ever did was just to close the fucking door on this person, never talk to them again. And it hurt, but now I'm evolved. It hurt, but now I'm deeper. It hurt, but now I attract relationships that match my depth of character, and not just my depth of character, but how powerful I am. Because shallow people who betray, shallow people who lie, do that from a disempowered place. Like, they are some of the most disempowered people. So it's just really important to keep in mind, like, if someone is leaving your life, if someone has fucked you over and you are starting to feel like it's something that's wrong with you, it's not. This is a part of your journey to become a more evolved version of yourself, to literally glow up. Wow, we have completion exactly. Wow. So this is the symbol of Capricorn right here. This is like the sea goat. It's a symbol of Capricorn, and this card is ruled by Saturn. And look how it's like an archway right here. Oh my gosh. It's an archway, and there's clear quartz and bones, a tie at the top here, the sign of Capricorn. I'm getting so much from this card right now. You were not supposed to end up with this person. You were not supposed to end up with these people in your life. That is not what is supposed to stay in your life. Because look at this. I mean, we can think of Capricorn and Saturn as a planet and sign of commitment. All right, when you have Venus and Capricorn, you very well could have Venus and Capricorn. It symbolizes someone who is looking for their match. They are looking for a long-term partner, or at least someone who is powerful enough to keep their life evolving. Like, they want a relationship that's successful, and they want someone who is successful as well. But it's like, this relationship, these people were not meant to be your end-all be-all. They weren't. And I think it's so interesting that we have the number 32 on this card, because 32 in numerology is equal to the energy of the number 5. So the number 5 in numerology represents, it can represent conflict, it can represent fighting, but it can also represent change. So what this is telling me is that your commitment is changing. Your commitment is changing. Don't be afraid of what is changing within you, because you are about to be unstoppable, fiery, creative, at the top of your game. You could be a performer. You could literally be a performer. You could be someone who does something in the public eye. You could be a creative of some sort, or you could just be the life of the fucking party. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, you were not supposed to be with these people. They were not your end all be all. You deserve something that is just as committed as you, just as leveled up as you, because Capricorn isn't always about commitment. Sometimes it's literally about powerful energy, growth. Someone who's fucking real, someone who's been through shit, like the Queen of Wands with the black cat. Sitting with your shadow, ruling alongside your shadow. Like, you deserve someone who's been through that and would never act from a wounded place, but from an empowered place. So don't fall into just fucking their shit up. Like, stay poised, stay demure. If you already did go off on them, something about that was meant to happen, but you need to pull back your energy now and focus on calming your mind and focus on these changes that are happening within you. Let's see what this Kali Ma card is. We have Shodashi. Someone who betrayed you could have been born on the 26th. Yeah, we have the lotus flower here. Look how adorned this person is. You're free of this. You're free of this chain. These people who betrayed you, they are not in your life anymore. Don't think that they're in your life anymore. They're gone. You are, like, you have risen above it already. Sekhmet could be a very powerful goddess for you to look into. If you feel drawn to, like, my story and about Sekhmet, definitely look her up, read more about her energy. But the numbers 2 and 6 often remind me of relationships, because 2 is like balance, partnership, and 6, it can have a service orientation to it, kind of like a service-based thing. And when the number, I actually used to be very close to the number 26. I actually was betrayed by somebody who was born on the 26th. Wow, this reading is so interesting. I've been through this. They were born on the 26th, and the number 26 just followed me around, and I thought it was because I was doomed to always be reminded of that fucking not gonna say the word, but actually it was telling me that sometimes we find the wrong relationships before we find the right ones. Sometimes we find the wrong relationships to teach us about ourselves so that we can find the right relationships and give into those relationships in a way that is very pure and from a loving place, because we know what it's like when love is unpure and it is fucked and it is false and it is untrue. It's like sometimes we have to go through falsity to find the truth, to find what is pure. I'm gonna go ahead and read this card right here. So 26 really reminds me of relationships, finding the right relationships for you, sometimes attracting relationships that grow us instead of staying in our life for a long time, right? A reason, not a season, not a reason, a reason and a season, but not a lifetime. But you will find someone who you're gonna spend your life with. She's literally in a wedding dress. We literally have Capricorn and Saturn. This is about longevity. We have strength, and if you see on strength, there's this infinity symbol. Some things do last forever, but not this relationship, not this pattern. All right, let's read 26. Shodashi. Ruby red with the divine juice of life. I was getting the color red earlier. Do you remember that? Okay, wow. Ruby red with the divine juice of life. She nourishes the body, mind, and soul with vitalizing pleasure, life, and joyfulness. Goddess Shodashi restores self-esteem and an awareness of your innate value, especially after a time of painful rejection or disappointment. Through her blessings, the desires of the heart can find fulfillment in new ways. She brings divine energy for the manifestation of wishes. Her presence is an indication of inner power to restore yourself and attract what you need into your life. Exactly. Beautiful new things are coming into your life, things with longevity and staying power. The Queen of Wands is alluding to finding your life force energy and your confidence again, even after being rejected, feeling like you don't fit in, feeling betrayed, literally feeling like you don't connect with others, or others have hurt you in a way where they're cut out of your life forever. You will find your confidence again. Like I said, this card, I was saying it's not exactly about depth. It's about being the life of the party. You will find this energy again. And you're going to go through a massive glow up. Let me tell you that. You are protected. Great new things are going to come into your life. Those are the blessings that are coming for you. A glow up and letting the shit go. And the truth you need to understand is that you are above this. You are above those people, and sometimes that's why we go through things, to show us what exactly we are made of. All right, pile 2, those are all the messages I have for you today. I hope you loved this reading. If you would like a personal reading, email me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know if this reading resonated. Comment if you have any suggestions for next reading, and yeah, email me if you'd like a personal reading. I like to make them very affordable, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose this piece of coral, and I actually got this piece of coral from the ocean in Costa Rica, so really excited about that. The ocean may be very close to you. You may find water very healing, but let's see what your reading is about today. Let's dive right into the tarot. Wow, okay, this card actually goes like this. Oh my goodness. I heard getting serious. You know what you are passionate about. You know what you want to create. And it's go time. Because not only, this is kind of a hard message to deliver, but I feel like you see the risks of not going full throttle towards your dreams in your life. Like, you understand what it means if you do not go towards what you need to accomplish. Like, you understand the risks, you understand what could possibly happen. You understand the implications of not going after your dreams. You understand the implications of, it feels like there's a lot that could go wrong, because you want to have this beautiful home life. You want stability in your life. I wouldn't be surprised if you are thinking about starting a family, if you want to start a family, and it's hard because you're still in these beginning stages of all the things that you want to accomplish. Like, for instance, if you were starting a business, you might be in the beginning stages of that business, and you're ready to focus on it. You're ready to focus on your dreams and what you want to make happen. And you understand, if I don't make this happen, I'm gonna have to have a job I don't like, or I'm going to not have a lot of money, or it's gonna be really hard. I'm gonna always live my life feeling like I don't have enough. Wow, look at the sun in this card. The sun is shining on these people, but they're still very sad. And this is telling me, if I don't make my dreams a reality, nothing will feel good. Literally, I will be so broken inside that nothing will feel good. And you're ready to start a new life. You're ready to stabilize your life. You're ready to have a home. You might be ready to put a down payment on a house. You want to live in a house. You want to upgrade your life. You want to get married to this person you're with, or people. I'm not judging. Like, you are ready to upgrade your life, and you understand the implications of just staying where you're at and not focusing and not pursuing what you're passionate about. Let's look at your clarifiers. Wow, we have the High Priestess. We have the Lovers, and we have the Ace of Coins reversed. Oh my gosh. I think this, oh my gosh. You definitely may be with somebody. You definitely may have someone very special in your life that you are looking to tie the knot with, get really serious with. Like, you are ready to create long-lasting love in your life. And I feel like there may be some financial constraints around that. But on the flip side, you know exactly what you want to accomplish in your life. I wouldn't be surprised if you've had dreams for your life that have originated in your childhood. Like, you have known your whole life what you want to accomplish. You have a destiny, pile 3. You have a destiny, and you know that, and you know the implications of not fulfilling your destiny. It will lead to sadness. You may have seen your own family crumble because the people in your life did not have what they needed to survive, or you may have seen your own family or like friends or people around you not go after their dreams and see how miserable they are. And you know what you want out of your life, and you're ready to go after it, and you know the risks. You know the risks of not taking a chance on what you know in your soul and in your heart is meant for you. Yeah, you're not looking for anything shiny and new. You have stuff in your life you're ready to commit to, and you're not out looking for the next best thing. You're just looking to evolve and be stable, and you're looking to hone in on your gifts and make your dreams a reality. You know in your heart of hearts that you need to go after your dreams, that you need to go after your purpose. You know what will happen if you don't. You know the cause of sadness in life is just not going after what means a lot to you. And you have somebody in your life that you are just like, you're my everything. You're who I love. You're who I want. I want to build a life with you. I want to take care of you. I want to get married. I want to have kids. Like, that could be something that you're thinking about. Or it could be, I've finally found my dream job, my dream destiny, my purpose that feels like an extension of me. It's perfect for me. It feels like a soulmate. I just want to tell you that your next blessing and your next truth is exactly what I just explained, but also you're going to make this happen. You're going to make this happen. Let's look at your oracle cards. Wow, we have wisdom in reverse. Okay, when I pulled this out, I heard faulty advice. I'm just hearing that your elders do not know, wow, your elders do not know more than you, because you've actually learned from your elders what not to do. As I said earlier, it's like you've seen people's lives and marriages fall apart because they themselves are not happy, because they do not pursue what they want to do in their souls, in their hearts, in their passions. And so you're kind of done taking advice from other people. Like, other people might tell you, you need to get a 9-to-5. And you're like, I'll just work like every few days. Or like, I'm ready to start my own business. Or it's like, you need to be in a corporation that will protect you. And it's like, no, I would rather do this project that is literally my destiny and makes my heart soar. Hell, you and your partner could even be in business together, and you're ready to work more closely with them to make your dream life a thing. But I'm just getting like your elders have literally taught you like the shittiest things, and therefore you've learned what not to do from your elders. That's so funny. And then we have horsetail patience. We have patience and 35. So 35 is a number of, holy shit, I'm getting so much. Oh my God. So 35 in numerology represents the number 8. And 8 in numerology is a very karmic number. And in tarot, 8 often represents movement, karma, working hard, like literally getting down to the work. And it can also represent abundance. Like whenever I see 8 out in the wild, I always think of like karmic abundance, like working to get your abundance. So if you see in this card, we have a lot of like wild things, kind of like the ocean. The ocean's wild, but we have like a wild river, a horse that is unbridled. We have all of this like wind. We have beautiful wildflowers popping out. I mean, the wildflowers are growing everywhere. Look how they're even growing in the river. Like they're just growing wherever they want. So the pentacle represents, I don't know if I got into this. I'm so scatterbrained. The pentacle represents material, abundance. It also represents spirit. So it's a culmination of spirit and abundance. It's almost like you need to have patience as you build this life that allows you to be free. It's almost like if you're building this free life, you can't be too controlling because then it wouldn't be free. That's so beautiful. I'm just hearing like divine timing, but I'm also hearing it's like if you want this life to be free, if you want this life to allow you to be wild, untamed, and not held down and controlled, it's going to come about in a way that takes patience. It's going to come about in a way that isn't very controlling. Like it's going to happen maybe in a slower way. We have Saturn and Venus on this card. I don't know if you can see. So Saturn and Venus, that tells me that there may be a marriage that really is going to take place. But also Saturn and Venus, Saturn kind of slows down whatever planet it touches, whatever sign it touches, whatever house it touches. So if you had Saturn conjunct Venus, you may have had a hard time finding the right partner for you. You may, depending on what house it's in, it may have slowed down things in that house. For instance, I have Saturn in my 3rd house. And when I was younger, people didn't always listen to me. I was very outspoken, but people didn't always listen to me. I was always told I was wrong. My mouth would get me in trouble. Everyone would always tell me, like, you mouth off too much. I was just not listened to, and 3rd house is communication. So now I'm very eloquent sometimes in my speech. I think very carefully about my words at times. Sometimes I don't because I'm still learning. But because Saturn kind of represents lifelong learning. Because Saturn is, I mean, it's a very old energy. But anyways, it's like you need to have patience while you're building this life. Venus can represent abundance. Venus can represent money. So with Saturn and Venus, yes, it could mean that you are totally going to marry this person. You may get married and start a very beautiful relationship and family life, but also it's telling me that your abundance may take longer than you expect because it needs to build solidity. Because that's the thing, Saturn, it teaches through setbacks to make something stronger, to make something more solid. So this is like you are learning how to take something in your life that makes you feel so free, so abundant, so unchained, unbridled, something that makes you feel like you're not controlled by the government or by like institutions. It's going to take a while because that thing is itself is so wild that it's going to take a while to tame down and make it work for the abundance that you need in your life. So just be patient. It's going to happen. Saturn always rewards us. But you have to be patient while it's coming in because it's such a wild and free thing. I hope that makes sense. Just be patient. Don't give up yet. Kundalini Shakti. No fucking way. Look at this couple here. You've got to be joking. Holy shit, this reading, I mean, wow. Look at these cards mirroring each other. This is all about love. This is all about marriage. If you are waiting to marry someone, you are going to marry them. but you can't rush it because your relationship is meant to be so strong and so free at the same time that if you rush it, it just wouldn't make sense for how free it is. Does that make sense? Wow, let's go ahead and read this card. I hope that I made sense during that whole spiel. I was getting so much from this card, like the 35 equaling 8, karma, working hard, the Saturn and Venus, love that is built, abundance that is built over time, the pentacle signifying spirit and the physical, suggesting that divine timing may be at work, that what you are doing is spiritually liberating and it will provide you abundance. But it has to be patient. You can't just whip the horse, then it wouldn't be free. And you want something freeing. You want something that reflects your passions. This is incredible. Okay, you are building such a healthy relationship. As I said earlier, it's like you've seen what not to do in regards to marriage, relationship, family, career. Trust that because you're on the right track. We wouldn't have all of these cards about marriage and partnership if it wasn't in the cards for you. It's literally in the cards for you. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I don't choose these cards. Like, this is insane. This is insane. Okay. Kundalini Shakti. Definitely look up Kundalini energy, Kundalini rising. Shakti represents power. Kundalini means rising from the base of the spine, I think, something like that. I think it's a Hindu belief that there's a black snake coiled at the bottom of our spines, and it will travel up our spine when we awaken with Kundalini energy to break free in our life and to invigorate our purpose, invigorate our life, and bring about energy that matches our power. So it's all about empowerment. So Kundalini Shakti, number 10. 10 is a number of completion. 10 is a number of, like, the 10 of cups, for instance, which the 10 of cups is literally a family playing underneath a rainbow. You will get your fulfillment. You will get your beautiful relationship, and it's because you're taking the time to build something real and valuable to you. So hers is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways for higher consciousness to manifest. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is a necessary step towards divine reorganization. Reassure your heart that no matter what may appear to be, at a spiritual level, all is well. Outworn energy is being processed and broken apart. From the ashes of your inner fire, you shall emerge anew. Let what needs to happen, happen. Exactly. There has to be a freeing energy that you're tapping into because it's going to happen in divine timing. If you are struggling financially because you are going after your dreams with your partner, if you're going after your dreams by yourself, just know that this is all a part of the plan, because as it said, from Kundalini disorder comes spiritual and divine power. Reorganization, it's all a part of the process. Internal disorganization will be reorganized, but the blessing coming into your life is you going after your dreams, you going after your relationship with such a calm, collected energy, a dedicated energy, and not taking advice from people who don't know what they're talking about. Don't take advice from people whose life you wouldn't want to live. You and your partner are going to be very successful together. Believe it. That is your next blessing, is working towards this abundance with your love. This is spiritual. Allow spirit in, because spirit wants to organize this situation and bring you abundance. And I didn't mean to be mean when I said don't take advice from people whose life you wouldn't want to live. It's just like people think that they have it all figured out about your life, but it's like you're not living my life. So how would you know what I need to do? You don't even know me like that. You don't know me like spirit knows me. like my lover knows me, like my family knows me. All right, those are your messages, pile 3. I will see you in the next one. If you want a personal reading, I am offering them. They are affordable, and I'm just really excited to be giving them. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this reading resonated with you. If it didn't resonate with you, or if there's something that I missed, let me know. If it did resonate with you, I love hearing about it. I love hearing about what everyone is going through and working through in their life. It just builds such strong community. All right, bye, pile 3. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's get right into it. You chose the black stone. That is actually a wishing stone. Here is the circle that marks it as a wishing stone. Let's just go ahead and take 10 seconds and make a wish. It is a legend that if you make a wish for others and for humanity as a whole, it will make your wish more potent. So let's take a few seconds and make a wish. All right, let's get right into your reading. We have the 2 of Swords reversed. We have the 9 of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the High Priestess upright. I'm starting this reading kind of late in the day, so that's why the camera angle changed and everything. I just want to make sure that you guys can still see these beautiful cards. This is the High Priestess. You are no longer caught. You are no longer split between the anxiety of concrete manifestations not showing up as quickly as they should. Even though you are tired, even though you've been through a lot of self-empowerment, you understand that beautiful things are coming for you. There's you feel something within your heart, this calm within you, that beautiful things are going to come to you. And we have this waning crescent moon in both cards. I don't know if you can see that. We have 2 crescent moons. There's one right there. Wow. Your energy is not split anymore. You're not feeling super anxious anymore. You're not caught in anxiety. You're not caught in mindsets that completely trample your ability to hope for more. Wow, I'm just getting like, you can finally sleep at night, even though there's a lot of things that haven't materialized yet. You are able to sleep at night again. Wow, because you know that you are divinely protected. You know that your intuition is correct. You're tapping into your intuition. You know beautiful things are coming for you. You know exactly the beautiful things that are coming into your life. You know what those things are. Let's look at these clarifiers. Wow, we have Justice. We have the Knight of Coins. Oh my gosh. And we have the Hanged Man. Okay, wow, pile 4. You understand that you are very divinely protected, that you are working in accordance with the divine. And you know that this journey that you are on is slow, and that being uncomfortable is part of the process. That if you weren't uncomfortable, then you wouldn't be doing the right thing. You know that you are acting correctly. You are enlightened. You know that Spirit is putting you through this. You are working so closely with Spirit. You know your worth. You know where you are going. There have been times where you haven't known. There are times when you've been afraid. There are times when you've been too scared to go after what you want to manifest. And now you're just not even fazed by the uncomfortableness. You're not fazed by the waiting time. You're not fazed by slow action because you are so connected to Spirit. And you know that you have been acting justly. Even if you've made mistakes, you have repented for them. Even if you've done things wrong, You have known that they are wrong. You have healed psychically from them. Like, you work with the divine to heal whatever darkness is within you. Wow, like, you have healed unhealthy patterns with the divine, and that's how you know that you are going to be rewarded. That's how you know that you are safe, because you don't take the easy way out. You aren't fazed by what materializes versus what doesn't, because you know where you are going. You are very spiritual. You are very protected. I might turn on the flash. Hold up. Okay, I moved the cards back over because it was like annoying me. But anyways, you know exactly where you're going. You know the divine has your back. You know that the divine won't leave you alone. You know that you don't have to worry anymore. You don't have to protect yourself, because the slow results are part of the process. And you know that the divine has your back. That's what I'm getting right now. Oh my gosh, let's look at your cards. We have Rosemary, Ancient Memory in reverse. Wow. This is Rosemary right here, and it's right by this cross. I know you can't see it because it's really dark, but this is Rosemary that I dried. So that's really interesting that it's coming into this reading. I feel like you forgot in the past how powerful you were. You forgot like ancient wisdom about this incarnation and all incarnations that you've been through. I'm getting a very powerful message from this card. If you don't believe in past lives, then this would be interchangeable with past experiences. But anyways, you forgot just how giving the divine is. Everything is okay. That life is about living and learning. And now you remember that again. And you know that you can't go wrong. You're just here to try new things, to be yourself, to be who you truly are, to work to live in a way that is morally acceptable for you, and let the divine take care of the rest. Like, you forgot your purpose in a way, and the divine has helped remind you. Your intuition has helped remind you. So that's what your intuition and your blessings are. Your next truth and blessings is that your manifestations are coming in, and to not be fooled by slow progress, because you've worked lifetimes for this. You have literally worked through lifetimes to be where you are right now. All you have to do is try, even if it's little by little, even if it makes no sense, even if it's hard, even if you fail, to just try. Because the wisdom will carry on through multiple, if you don't believe in incarnations, like just multiple situations in your life. Let's look at these other clarifiers. Wow, we have Chamunda. And we have Vishvamata. Oh my goodness. I feel like these cards should be switched. Oh yes. We're going from feeling caught up in negative mindsets, caught up in negative habits that split our energy, into understanding why we go through things like that, understanding why we go through trials and tribulations, and now into a place that is open, awake, and peaceful, and ready to accept the beauty as it unfolds in life, even if it's slow. So let's read Chamunda first. I do want to say this is card 31, and then this is card 2. So it's almost like 1, 2, 3. It's almost like steps, right? It's like taking small steps. So let's look at 31, Chamunda. So this is really interesting, but the color red really wanted to come out for this pile. I was really drawn to the color red. This card actually didn't come out of the deck per se. It did one time, and it came out with a bunch of other cards, so I ended up putting it back. And then it just kept kind of slowly trying to come out of the deck and revealing itself to me. So that's why I ended up pulling it myself out. Another card that really wanted to come out was the Devil in reverse. And that's kind of interesting because it's like you're letting go of so much worrying, so much split energy, that almost kind of coincides with the devil in reverse energy, letting go of manipulation, letting go of illusions, letting go of negativity, letting go of like really negative attachments, negative mindsets. I mean, I could go on. Okay, I went ahead and turned on the flash, but let's read this. Her unerring instinct for spiritual protection arises spontaneously, even when we do not realize we need it. Sometimes we don't realize just how far we've become entangled in that which is not good for us. We do not realize we need Kali's powerful intervention. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Holding the space for an inner or outer conflict to be resolved involves discipline. Chamunda is the fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline needed to conquer a difficult situation. She is within you now. Okay, wow. Yes, you are so protected, because that said about divine protection. Sometimes we don't even know when we need to be divinely protected. But we are, and I feel like you are feeling how divinely protected you are. You are feeling how divinely protected you are, and you understand the work it takes to heal yourself of negative habits, of negative mindsets. That's so interesting. And like, it's like you forgot your power. You forgot what life was about. You forgot your spiritual lessons, and now you're remembering through your intuition. Let's read number 2, Vishvamata. So with her protection, even significant uncertainty does not need to be wrought with despair. Exactly. You don't know. Things haven't materialized yet, and you are unsure, but that does not faze you, because your intuition, your protection around you, it's just like you're not even afraid of things not materializing. There is a pathway that can shift your devastation into palpable experience of being protected and guided through a difficulty. Trust where you are being led. Grace shall come from this. So something I didn't catch on to earlier is like in the Hanged Man, she's in this spider web, and it's almost like the web that the divine has created for you. It's like just as much as you're in this uncomfortable trapped position. Sorry, that really scared me. I don't even know why. Oh my gosh. You forgot that you were meant to survive this. You forgot that nothing was meant to shake you. You forgot that you are fear itself, that even fear cannot shake fear itself. Just as much as you're trapped in this uncomfortable position, the divine is holding you, because the divine put you in this position for a reason, and you understand this. And the reason is so that the divine can guide you. Sorry about this bug. You are closer to spirit than ever. Your intuition speaks the loudest when you are still. Spirit almost wants you to slow down in a way and connect more with it, so that you can remember what you are here to do, so that you can remember how to get through this challenge, this trial, this tribulation. You're no longer worrying. You're no longer closing yourself off to spirit. Like, I'll only engage with you when the blessings come in. Now you know that this uncertainty is sometimes a blessing, or this moment of not knowing what's coming next is a blessing, because that means that spirit can give you that blessing. Spirit is very close to you right now. That is the truth, and the blessing that you need to hear is that spirit is ready to work closely with you. Spirit is ready to get rid of negative habits, negative mindsets, negative things that have been holding on to you, and make you realize you were meant to survive this. That you were not just meant to survive this, but thrive and teach to others what you've gone through. You have a very big purpose, pile 4. And this is the wishing stone. So spirit wants to give you a wish of some kind. Spirit is holding you in this weird position, in this still position, so that you can be closer to its embrace. You are transforming into somebody who is calm through struggle, someone who is calm through times in life where it feels like nothing's moving quick enough. And you understand that that is one of the most divine places to be in. Wow. Your intuition is going to be very heightened over the next few days towards your purpose, towards your wishes, whatever you want to see happen. It's going to be very close to you, and you're gonna understand how to get through a lot of the really hard things you've been stuck in. A lot of the doubt, a lot of the pessimism, a lot of the just negative habits, they're just gonna be falling away because you're trusting Spirit more, you're trusting your evolution more, because Spirit is guiding this evolution even though it is uncomfortable. All right, Pile 4, those are my messages for you. Sorry about the lighting and like the changes of different things, of the different setups. I just wanted to make sure you could see the cards, and sometimes when I turn the flash on, like it just reflects off the cards too much. But it ended up working okay. It's not my favorite. I do like doing it in natural lighting better, but I really hope that this reading resonated with you, that it gave you some sort of comfort through this time of uncertainty. If you would like a personal reading, shoot me an email, but I like to receive emails more because I check my email more often. I make my readings affordable, and I also upload them in a way that no one else can see them, and in a way that you can have the video forever, not just for a week, but literally you can have the video forever. So I'm really excited about that. So if you'd like a personal reading, just hit me up. And I really hope that you have a great week. I hope that you are able to find peace within Spirit. This is a really great time to do things that calm your soul. This is a really good time to tap into your intuition in one way or another, getting sleep, looking at more tarot readings if you need to, but always use discernment. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, Pile 4.